Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on the budget. Sir, the budget has laid out a vision of development for the next 25 years with a major emphasis on capital expenditure. The proposed capital expenditure increased by 35% to 7.5 crores, 5 lakh crores compared to last year. This is definitely a praiseworthy step. I have myself been a businessman and an entrepreneur for the last three decades, and understand the importance of having the right infrastructure and capacities to achieve growth, profitability and development. But the government should also be cognizant of the current situation in the country. The country, and especially the poor, downtrodden and the marginalized people of the country, were reeling under tremendous stress of COVID-19 pandemic. They have suffered unimaginable losses, and we cannot even begin to understand what they must have endured during the pandemic-induced crisis. It is also difficult to forget the horrors of the migrant crisis during the first lockdown or the health crisis in the second wave. Among these realities, it is saddening to know that the government has neglected the poor and the common man of this country in the budget. Sir, despite efforts to hold back data, it is common knowledge that the consumption expenditure declined for the first time in over 4 decades, even before the pandemic in 2020. And the pandemic has only worsened the situation. So, heavily relying on supply side measure to boost the recovery of the Indian economy can be counterproductive, at least in short time. The principle of crowding in private investments will hold true only in the context of healthy demand for goods and services from the public. But presently, that is not the case. Further, the capacity utilization in the industry is around 65% as per the RBS capacity utilization survey. Given all this, it is not clear how principle of crowding in will come into picture. I request the Honorable Finance Minister to clarify on this aspect. Sir, I feel stimulus is needed in terms of physical measures to increase the purchasing capacity of the common man. Physical stimulus is needed for MSME sector. Relaxation in direct tax structure is needed to put money in the hands of the taxpayers so that they can spend, which will help stimulate demand and spur growth. But Honorable FM has thought it otherwise and made a courageous bet on prioritizing capex, and its consequences will only be known with the delay of a year or more. So, sir, with these preliminary remarks, and since the time at my disposal is limited, I wish to shift my focus to my state, Andhra Pradesh, and also issues relating to some specific sectors. Sir, the financial health of Andhra Pradesh is deteriorating day by day, sir. Sir, since independence to almost like March 2019, the outstanding liability or debt of the state of Andhra Pradesh was nearly 2.57 lakh crores. But in just 30 months, since 2019, the state government has borrowed nearly 3 lakh crores, sir, more than 3 lakh crores in these 30 months, pushing the state into a vicious debt spiral. Today, AP's debt burden is unimaginably rupees 5.5 lakh crores, sir. Fresh loans are being raised against the future stream of tax revenues. This is clearly disagreement with Article 266(1) of the Constitution. The current debt situation is unsustainable. Soon after YCP government came into power in 2019, they wanted 3 capitals instead of a single capital, Amaravati, for which the farmers voluntarily gave 33,000 acres of land under the land pooling upon request of the then Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu for the construction of the new capital for the residual state of Andhra Pradesh. But recently, the YCP government repealed the 3 capital bill just to monetize the land in Amaravati for 18 years, thereby planning to raise further loans amounting to thousands of crores, sir. It might go into lakhs of crores also, sir. Sir, the state government is diverting the currently centrally allocated funds for the development of Polavaram and infrastructure projects, and also implementation of Manrega to meet the revenue expenditure of the state. This is disastrous to long-term capacity building and development of Andhra Pradesh. I humbly request the Government of India to intervene and restore financial discipline in the state of Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Thank you. Now, please.
There are some